Welcome, everyone, to the Week 14 series of Just Saying Football with Jack and Sean. I'm your host, Sean Gann, alongside my partner, Jack McNicholas. We're here to bring you news, notes, weekly updates, and game analysis of your favorite teams from around the league. If you have not had the chance, go check out our website at justsayingfootball.com and follow us on Instagram at justsayingwjs for article and video updates. Great week of football. We had some Monday night games. We had some Tuesday night games. We get a break on Wednesday. Now we got a Thursday night football matchup, Jack. We got the New England Patriots heading off to the LA Rams. A little bit of Super Bowl 53 rematch.
Yeah.
What you got for us?
Oh man, I love a good Super Bowl rematch. It's one that's happened recently when they meet back up in the regular season a couple of years later. There's still always that storyline that comes to mind. I mean, since 2004, New England has had the Rams number. They've only played 5 times since then, but it's going to be tough. The Rams have been playing out of their minds the last couple of weeks, and they're top 10 in almost every major category, rushing per game, passing per game, and allowing rushing and passing per game. These guys are playing fantastic football all across the board.
Yeah, they really are. They seem to find their stride, highlighting that even more. Jared Goff last week hit 5 different receivers, at least 4 receptions. That's exactly what you want to see coming from a young quarterback, your franchise guy. They're doing well. They also ran the ball really efficiently. We finally saw a nice, really big Cam Akers game. It looks like he's also going to be healthy this week. He was questionable with the shoulder at one point, but he's good to go. I'm looking at this Patriots team, though. They got a pretty big statement win last week. It seemed on all phases they were able to operate. They were great on special teams. They were great on offense. They were great on defense. They made the Chargers put up a goose egg. I picked the Chargers. I was wrong by a lot.
Yeah, oh my God. I mean, the Chargers last week, it was really their special teams that killed them. Usually what kills them is the last play of the game. But what killed them this time was, Devin McCourty running back, a blocked punt. Gunnar Olszewski, the new and improved, Julian Edelman punt return, slot receiver that came out of nowhere to score a huge touchdown in a big game. The New England's getting it done. We haven't really seen too much in the passing game, though. Cam Newton last week, it really was not his game through the air. Only 69 yards, only 19 attempts, 12 completions. But, I want to see more from Cam Newton in this game, and it is going to be tough, tall order with Jalen Ramsey going up against Jacoby Myers. That's not a matchup for Jacoby Myers that he was looking forward to this week.
Yeah, I think, again, what we're going to see is a super run-heavy Patriots offense. And I think the main reason why is just because although they have Aaron Donald, they can do a lot with the run game. Harris has shown to run the ball well. Cam Newton has obviously shown to run the ball well. They still have James White. They have Sonny Michel. They can do a lot with that. You don't want to turn the ball over to Jalen Ramsey. It's going to be hard for these more fresh wide receivers, a little bit younger, to go up against a guy like Ramsey and then expect Cam Newton to drop 340 on them. So I think you have to rely on what you can do in the run game, what you can do in the special teams, and then defensively, how you're going to scheme around them. We saw them do really, really well last week against Herbert. He wasn't able to really push the ball well. And that's what you want to see from your star player, your former defense player of the year, and Stephon Gilmore. That's what you want to see from this line. We talked, they missed a lot of people this year. They don't have Dante Hightower. Kyle Van Noy got signed a couple of years ago. They're missing some key players, and they're playing really, really good football. And they have a chance to make the playoffs. It's hard, but there's a way, and this seems like this team has a will to do so.
Yeah, you mentioned Damian Harris. I just want to highlight him. He's been absolutely fantastic this year. Just coming off in his first season. He's really only been able. I mean, his second season now. But the thing I'm looking at here is it feels like his first season. He's started 9 games. He's averaging over 70 rushing yards per game in a committee. I'm loving what I'm seeing for him. The other committee, as you mentioned, I'm looking at the running backs in this matchup. Just the Rams, Cam Akers, when we were writing our articles in the summer, he was my 5th ranked running back. And it's tough because of the situation right now. Darnell Henderson is playing well in games where you think Cam is going to get a good opportunity. But what I'm looking at here, too, as well for the Rams, great receivers.
Yeah, I mean, Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods, arguably, I think they're definitely a top 5 duo in the league. Some people, I think, can make the argument for number 1 duo. And I'm curious, if you're Bill Belichick, who are you scheming to try to stop the most? Who are you going to have Gilmore cover this entire game? Are you going to cover Kupp? who has more yards? You're going to cover Woods, who has more touchdowns. Who you think needs to get the coverage here?
I'm looking over at just Stephon Gilmore and how he's able to cover the field. I think that he's fast, but I think Robert Woods really presents that speed problem for him. I think J.C. Jackson's going to be on Robert Woods this week, and J.C. Jackson right now is second in the league. In interceptions right now with 7. So that could be a tough matchup, underrated matchup for Robert Woods. But Stephon Gilmore, I think, is really going to be shadowing Cooper Kupp this week. It's going to be one of those matchups. I'm a Cooper Kupp fantasy owner going to the playoffs. It's one of those things you're going to have to weigh. He's going to be shadowed by the reigning defensive player of the year.
Yeah, and who's also really begun to pick up stride. I feel like coming into these next couple weeks. I'm gonna take the Patriots. I'm going to take the underdogs in this one. I feel like with the right scheme, if they're able to get the defense kind of going again, the offense going, and they're able to run the ball well, it's going to be hard to run. It's going to be hard to pass, but I believe that they can dial up some really different play calls for this run game to be able to try to find some holes or possibly like some big breakaways. And then Cam Newton will just be efficient enough. We need a no turnover game from you in the passing game when we do need you to drop back and pass. But I trust the scheme that this defense can do, and I trust they can move the ball just enough to surprise people and get a win again in LA.
Yeah, I want to just highlight one guy we haven't brought up yet, and it's only because we bring him up every week. But Aaron Donald, I think, is going to be the major difference this week. That guy, he runs a 4.6. He's a big guy, and he's going to come right off the line into that Patriots offensive line. I think Cam Newton he's been struggling with pressure as well. They have had times where he's had to, make the play with his feet. They're not just designed runs. They're him improvising. But I'm liking how Jared Goff played last week. I'm liking this Aaron Donald defense against Cam Newton. I don't think Cam's going to be able to do any QB sneaks into the end zone with Aaron Donald there.
Yeah, I think right now what they're going to really need to rely on, because you just brought up Aaron Donald, Mike Owenu, rookie out of Michigan, 6th-round pick, second highest rated offensive rookie behind Justin Jefferson and Pro Football Focus with an 87.5. He struggled last week against Joey Bosa, was one of his tougher weeks. I know he has another tough matchup against Aaron Donald, but I think he can get the job done, have a bounce-back week, and do just enough to slow down Aaron Donald to the best that one can to slow down Aaron Donald. I'm still going to take the Patriots. I know Aaron Donald's terrifying, though.
Yeah, wow. That's a great find, though, Shanzi, right there. Finding a grade like that on a 6th-round rookie, and only Bill Belichick could do that. I am going to go with the Rams, as I said, though. I think Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, this is going to be a good opportunity. However, we saw what the Patriots can do, and Sean McVay is going to have his guys ready.
One last question before we get off. Do you trust Cam Newton to be able to get the game-winning running touchdown, or do you trust Aaron Donald to get the game-winning stop of that said rushing touchdown?
I have never spoke bad about this man Aaron Donald since I saw his combine workout years and years ago, and I won't stop. I will defend him right now. I think that if Cam Newton tries to do his Superman jump over the line, I think that a guy like Aaron Donald, who's fast, he can get through anybody. I think that the interior of this offensive line for the Patriots is going to have their work cut out for them on that goal line play. I'm going to go with Aaron Donald in that matchup, even though you have to admit, Cam, he's got about 6 inches on him.
I'd also take Aaron Donald. You just can't go against that talent. All right, that is all the time that we have. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Enjoy the Thursday night football matchup. Hopefully it's a great one.
Yeah, of course. And always remember to check us out on YouTube, Just Saying Football. JustSayingFootball.com is our website. Get all your video updates. And for all your video updates on the social media, check us out on Instagram, Just Saying No GWJS. Thank you all for watching. Enjoy the Thursday night game.
Thank you.